Welcome back to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Good to have everybody here today. Big show today, obviously. Got the whole dream team in place here. Got Johnny from Johnny Says. Got Muscles, of course. It's the whole dream team. It's a big fight week, guys. Johnny, start with you. What's going on? What are your thoughts about? Wait, we got a little bit of news. You broke the news to us. Why don't you break it to everybody?
The catch weight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, guys, take this forever, however you guys want to take it. Firstly, Gary, Muscles, how you doing? It's good to be back. You know, these are always the best live streams. But Boacek Adams catch weight now, and it was obviously signed on the dotted line at 154. We know Boacek's recent issues. He missed weight against Fox. I think he weighed in at 58. And now, what I found, it's 156. It's only 2 pounds, but that has to tell you that, he was going to come in over. I guess Boacek, his camp asked, and Adams obliged. Make what you will of it.
To me, it doesn't change much, but I'll let you guys. Muscles, Johnny, what are your thoughts on this? Does it change anything? Does it change your pick? I haven't done the tape yet, so I haven't really formed too much of an opinion. I think the line's a little wide, minus 500, but I haven't really formulated too much of an opinion on that yet. So you guys want to comment on how much of a difference this makes?
Do you want me to go or Muscles?
Yeah. You want? Yeah, it's static. You want to jump out and jump back in?
Let me fix this. Let me jump right back in.
Yeah.
Am I good, Gary?
You sound crystal clear.
Okay,
yeah.
Here we go. So when you hear of a fighter asking for sort of a couple extra pounds, 2 pounds to me seems a bit fishy. I don't know what to make of that. And going into my breakdown, the boys on my channel, they'll know that they've seen my prediction. All the last few weeks, I was siding with the odds. Those are saucy odds, like you just said, Adams, especially with him getting the stoppage in the first fight. I sat with the tape, and then I flip-flopped. It's Boacek. For some reason, I thought he was a little bit older. He's only 30 years old. Brandon, I think, is 35 now. You see Boacek 6 feet tall. Brandon's 5'8". It's not like he was winning on the cards. He was kind of down. I don't want to call it a Hail Mary or a last-second home run because I think it happened in the 8th. But, he did stop Boacek. And if you remember, the camp was Boacek's whole team. They were sort of campaigning to have that as I think a no contest because of the canvas. There was oil on the floor, water on the floor. That his camp was saying that it was an excuse. You get stopped, you're going to find an excuse, I feel. But after watching the tape, and I don't know what the 2 pounds means. I really don't. It doesn't change my opinion. I like Boacek to get his get back against Brandon, and I think it should be a great fight, though.
I haven't done the tape yet. I haven't took a deep dive into it. On top of my head, I definitely like Boacek, but I feel like Ken Adams is a guy that's low-key underrated. Like, he's a professional. He's got good skills. The odds to me are wild. I don't like the price line, so I'll probably lay off of it, but I'll get to the tape, and I'll have a better answer for you guys a little bit later in the week. But, Muscles, your thoughts on Boacek and Ken Adams, and does the weight clause, does it matter? Does it change your mind at all?
No, it doesn't, to be honest with you. I'm laying off that fight because I was just telling Johnny, we got to take into consideration how, Adams beat him the first fight. But granted, he's gotten better, talking about Boacek, since that fight, but he didn't look great his last fight against Fox. So that's enough for me not to play it and wager on it. But I still favor Boacek to win this fight because Johnny brought up a good point with Brandon. When you watch the tape on him, he likes to get up on the ropes, man. That's something you don't want to do against Boacek because he's just gonna he's gonna wall off on you, especially if you're getting up on the ropes like that. So I think that's gonna play a big part into Boacek's hands if he gets Brandon up on the ropes like that.
Does this go down like a Bull versus Matador fight? How does this fight look, Johnny?
So I think what's going to happen is when you look at Boacek, it's one of those things you can't disregard the performance against Fox. But what I did when I rewatched the tape, I guess I undervalued Fox initially. Fox is way better than I thought he was. And, since that loss, he's come in, Fox just beats Castaneda, which is, if you get Castaneda on your resume, it's kind of like, where do you go from here? Like, you beat him. All right, let's move on. But Fox was, he was tricky. He was long. Boacek was just coming off that war fight of the year candidate against Virgil. And then we have to remember, he was supposed to fight Madrimov. So when we're talking about a guy with, represent Ukraine, name and lights, international fights, all the brightest lights, psychologically, it's tough for guys to go from that, and no shade on Michael, to then take the fight with Michael Fox, which was streamed on UFC Fight Pass. It seems like they shot that in like 2K. By the way, if you watch that fight, everything from the production, I could see why it was tough for him to get up. I expect the version against Virgil. I expect the output. I expect that high guard, and I expect the volume and that pressure and that stress. I think Adams could bang. They call him the cannon for a reason. He could crack. I don't think he's a mover like Michael is, and he's definitely not as long. He's only 5'8". So I feel that what I'm seeing is Boacek's style, the pressure, the volume will wear Adams down, and that's when he'll stop moving his feet. And I think he's going to be there for the taking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, Muscles. You want to get in on that?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, all Bogachuck really has to do, because, correct me if I'm wrong, now, first fight, he wasn't really cutting off the ring on Brandon like that. So I feel this fight, he's going to be able to cut off the ring on him. Once he cuts off the ring on him, it's going to slow Brandon down, man. And that's when I think Bogachuck could stop him this fight.
Yeah, Brandon's been stopped once. You have to go back 10 years. Apollo Thompson.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's only and then, he fights Charlo, loses every round, but still fights Charlo. Then he beats Boacek in 2021, and then he kind of disappears for a while. And then he has those 3 fights in 2024, and he loses a close split to Katsarakis. People don't know Katsarakis. That dude's a hell of a boxer.
Yeah,
you rewatch the fight. Brandon Adams, it could have gone either way. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually at 35 years old. Adams is already 35. He's just one of those guys in a long list of fighters that you kind of think what could have been in terms of marketability, the proper promotional company behind him. So he's definitely a live dog. Those odds are very tempting to take, especially with him having stopped him in the first fight. It was 4 years ago.
I personally think they're too wide.
You guys want to get into the big fight? You guys want to start get into the big fight now?
Yeah, let's get into what matters. Let's get into what matters, man.
We just had you know what that was? That was like pseudo foreplay. You know what I'm saying? That's like I'll offer it, but I ain't really trying to do it.
Right. Yo, Gary jumped right in cutthroat, like head first.
Gary put his bib on. Got his fork, his steak knife. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Gary trying to make that money.
Funny story, guys. I'm gonna try to clean this up so it's okay for radio and air. When I was 16, I was about to know a woman biblically for the first time, right? And I was going over her house. My brother's like, "You going over Caitlin's house?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you gonna close the deal?" I'm like, I think so. And my brother's like 2.5, 3 years older than me. And he's like, "All right, you got to warm the oven up. You can't stick it in cold." Now, I had no clue what that meant. No clue. I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I know. Warm the oven up." Yeah, of course. No idea what that means, right? So what did I do? Ice cold.
No. I was waiting on that. Like, what did he do next?
I just went ice cold.
Yo, you a savage, bro.
Some things never change.
I was 16. I was like, my brother's like, "No, you gotta warm the oven up a little bit. You can't just stick it in cold." I was like, "Yeah, bro, of course."
Oh,
I have no idea what that means.
Yo, listen, I ain't heard that one before. That's the first I've heard that. That's wild.
While we're here, Gary,
all right.
Let's go, Gary.
Let's get it, G money.
Carrying on, yes. All right, first off, you guys like Canelo to win the fight, yes? You guys like Canelo by decision?
Correct. After further, evaluation and consideration, I'm going Canelo money line.
I like Crawford. So you guys like Canelo by decision. I like your pick is Canelo by decision, right? If you had to pick the winner, you would say Canelo by decision.
I took the money line.
Right.
Yeah, we took the money line, but the method, if I had to bet a method, which I'm not, but I still think I don't think Crawford's gonna stop Canelo. I don't think Canelo's gonna stop Crawford. So I'm picking Canelo to win by decision, but the bet's gonna be Canelo money line.
So we are indeed split on this 2-1. You guys are taking Canelo. Johnny, you agree with Muscles? You think it goes the distance though?
Okay, I put a poll up on my YouTube channel yesterday. Shout out to everybody who voted. And the votes literally came back like the odds, 55-45 in Canelo's favor. Now, I gotta mention, man, people have accused me in the past of my YouTube channel being a Bud Crawford fan page. I need to say that. Now, people come to my channel though to get a non-biased approach, especially, you know, Gary, Muscles, people come to put money on these fights. They want to hear what we have to say. So, mate, I couldn't get past the 21 pounds. You know, Bud's not a junior middleweight. He's a welterweight. I couldn't get past, you know, Canelo and his durability. I couldn't get past, you know, the way Canelo, you know, that lead hook, the uppercut he landed against Saunders, the backhand. And then all week people were saying, and you guys can watch the full breakdown. I just uploaded it on my channel, Stats Don't Lie, Canelo versus Bud. You can watch it. And I go into this in depth. All I've been hearing, and Bud's I'm a bigger fan of Bud than I am Canelo, meaning that I respect both guys. But
Same.
when we admire fighters, we tend to look up to fighters for things that they do outside of the ring. I've always liked Bud being the underdog. I've always liked Bud, that chip on his shoulder. I always like how he was the B-side early in his career. He had to go to the UK as the B-side at 135, beat Ricky Burns, had to go beat Kell Brook. And then at home, he only got love in Omaha. And it was super isolated, and how Bob Arum shelved him and Top Rank fucking wouldn't give him love. I'm a big Bud Crawford fan, but I just don't see a I don't see a path to victory. People are going to say, oh, he's going to outbox Canelo. When is the last time Bud has outboxed an opponent? I'll tell you when. 2016, Victor Postel. If you think he outboxed Sean Porter, he didn't outbox Sean Porter. He outboxed Postel.
Well, he got stoppages, and guys, he outboxed Benavidez. He stopped him in the 12th round, but he outboxed him.
Benavidez was fighting on one leg, to be fair, though, G.
Okay, I'm just
there's going to be caveats. There's all in boxing, especially with guys like us three. We're always going to be able to find a caveat to either support our narrative or go against it, right? So right. to put a bow on what I was saying, I've sat really hard, mate. I wanted to pick Bud, but I just don't see him winning 7 rounds.
I can't see him losing 7 rounds, right? That's where.
But you can see Canelo losing 7 rounds, though, G.
Yeah.
So Gary. So is Bud outpointing Canelo?
Yeah, I think he outpoints. He frustrates him with the speed.
At what range?
From long
range. He's outpointing him on the inside.
No. You can't let him in there. You gotta outbox him. Like, he can't manhandle him like Bivol. Let me answer the question.
No, you good. Yep.
You can't manhandle him. He can't force him backwards like Bivol. He's not strong enough to do that. But he's got the hand speed. He can keep moving and keep Canelo at the end of his punches using his hand speed. Once you do that, you frustrate Canelo. And then Canelo resorts to old Canelo, which is to say young Canelo, right? Where he gets frustrated and he just starts loading up with one right hand. You're not hitting Crawford with one shot. I don't care who you are. You're not loading up and hitting Crawford with a shot. You got to put punches together. You got to throw in combinations. You got to set traps. You got to try to disguise things. You're not hitting Crawford clean with one shot. And that's how I see the fight going. I think Canelo will have some success early. I think the fight will be evenish through 3, 4, 5 rounds. And I think Crawford's speed. Remember, Crawford is the littler guy in terms of weight, but he's also taller and longer. He's got the reach and height advantage. I think he keeps him at the end of his shots. I think it's a different Crawford than we've seen, in other fights. And I think he keeps him at the end of his punches, and he frustrates him with his speed.
So to push back on that, which I can see that happening, and this is why fleshing these ideas out are important. So my problem with that whole theory is the fact that you're saying Bud Crawford's going to have the hand speed advantage. I would disagree. I got to be honest with you.
Respectfully.
Bud Crawford, where was Bud Crawford's fastest hands? What division? Probably 140.
147. Yeah.
154, he's fighting Madrimov, and Madrimov awkward style, all those weird those weird feints. But
yeah,
Bud
Madramov's a disaster. Like, he's a heart. No one looks good with Madrimov.
Yeah, it's a different style fighter too than Canelo.
I get all that. I get all that. But Crawford fought Madrimov. A lot of those exchanges where Bud was getting touched were actually in the strike zone. And his head movement, he didn't look as fast. He didn't look as slick. Crawford is 30. He'll be 38 years old. It's an uncomfortable truth. Neither one of these guys are in their prime. Bud's fastest hand speed years were years ago. At 168, you're going to tell me a guy who's never fought at 68 is going to travel up there and have the hand speed advantage over Canelo?
And that's natural science. That's just natural science. I just don't see that
happening. I could see Canelo timing Bud. I could see him hurting Bud to the body. I could see Bud turning that dog on, not taking a step back, and I could see Bud getting stopped late.
All right. Yep. And let me piggyback on that, Johnny, right? So I think a lot of us are getting caught in the weeds here with, Canelo. Crawford's path to victory is outboxing Canelo. We got to understand something. Crawford is not a Bivol. He's not a Floyd Mayweather. He's not a boxer like that. Crawford, he likes to fight. His ego and his confidence is not going to allow him to go in there and try to outpoint and outbox Canelo. It's not going to happen. And we got to understand, too, Canelo is just as good of a boxer as Crawford is. Why are we underrating Canelo's boxing ability? And he has also ring IQ. He has good lateral movement. He has great head movement. Okay,
Canelo's a master. People sleep. It's weird.
Why are we forgetting these things about?
I didn't forget.
It's crazy to me. I know you did it, but I'm talking about everyone else. That's on this, Bud bandwagon, and I get it.
I don't think Canelo's invincible. I don't think, I think he lost to Triple G. I think you could have given Lara
not the second fight.
I think you could have given Lara a victory if you rewatch it.
Laura definitely won. Laura won 9-10 rounds in that fight. I had him 114, 113. I had Trout beating him too.
No doubt, Trout. My point is, I'm not a diehard Canelo. If anything, I'm a diehard Bud. But it's hard for me to tell the boys to bet their money on Bud when I don't see a path to victory, man. I just don't. And Roy Jones and Andre did that podcast yesterday, and Roy had the audacity to talk about weight classes don't matter. And I called you, Muscles. I was like, am I being gaslit by everybody? Like, what are we talking about?
Who said that?
Roy and
Jones.
Andre Ward. Roy and Andre Ward.
Come on, G, that's a wild take, bro.
Hey, one more thing on that, Gary. Roy then goes, right after he said weight classes don't matter, he said on fight night, Bud's body will tell him what to do. So it's like, what are you talking? Like, what are we talking?
It's difficult because Roy Jones Jr. is one of a handful of guys who's the greatest athlete to ever walk God's green earth, right? Like the things he could do were insane.
Agreed.
Like it's hard. Like he's not a great guy to relate to because he can't relate to you because you're down here. You're a normal human being, and he's a galactic all-star superstar, right? Like
agreed.
He's on. Like I love Roy. I know him personally, but like he can't relate to normals. Like he can't relate to normies because he was such a freak athlete.
Right.
Andre Ward is obviously a great athlete too, but he's more like a normal human being, right?
Yeah.
I'm shocked that Andre Ward did want to fight Anthony Joshua though. At the end of his career, he said he wanted to fight Joshua. It's like, bro, I love Andre Ward. Come on.
Yeah.
Joshua's got you by 80 pounds, dog. Come on.
Right.
Yeah. So Gary, so you sold. Like, at least you gave, you talked about the range, you talked about the distance, you talked about the hand speed. So you actually created in my head a path to victory. You go online. This is one of those fights that like has broken through past casual status where people are like picking it based on race. People are picking the fighter. How's Bud gonna win? He's gonna knock him out. How's Bud gonna win? He's just like, what are you talking about? This is boxing.
Yeah. It's become.
I remember. When I was 18, it was Gaddy Ward 1. My mom's from Sicily. I'm Italian. My roommate's a Irish kid from Boston in college, right? And like we had that beef too. Gaddy's gonna win. Why? Because he's Italian. Ward's gonna win. Why? Because he's Irish.
Yeah.
That's what this Crawford and Canelo prediction is all based off. It's based off race.
Yeah.
So I'm black, so I'm gonna go for Crawford. Oh, I'm Spanish and Mexican, or even Puerto Rican and Dominican. I'm gonna go for Canelo.
Yeah.
And that's what it's turned into.
And that's what kind of shocked me hearing Roy and Andre talk like that because they have big platforms. People go to them for their opinion. People will gamble, bet their hard-earned money
Yeah.
what they hear from people like this. And when you're getting, I'll be watching the fight, and what an amazing story if Crawford beats him, right? I will be cheering. This is what people can't reconcile about me. I'll be cheering for Bud to win, but I bet so much. I bet the biggest bet I've done in a long time on Canelo on the money line. I was like, this is.
I seen it, y'all. He ain't lying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I got Canelo at. So when I put it in, 1,000 would get you your money back plus 6. 10,000 would get your money back plus 6,000. So that already dipped. Last night it was 177. Now it's dipped, I think, to 154. It just keeps going down. Somebody said, did you see that Bud allegedly has a shoulder injury?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too, Johnny.
Wait,
What do you make of that?
Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching on Johnny's channel and you haven't subscribed to mine, please do. If you're watching on my channel and you haven't subscribed to Johnny's, please do. And no matter what channel you're on, guys, smash the like button. It's free and it helps the channel. All right. What did you want to get into next?
Oh, his shoulder. How Crawford, his shoulder that he got injured.
Yeah.
So yeah, something came out today. Johnny sent me something saying that I guess they're monitoring his shoulder. Because I guess it's been acting up.
Well, there's a site on Instagram. He has like 700,000 followers. I think he's kind of propped up by the ring. I think his handle's either Not Just Boxing, something along those lines. I put it in the Discord. It's on my story right now. He said that rumors are floating around. He's heard from multiple credible sources that Crawford's surgically repaired shoulder, that over the last 8 to 10 weeks, he's having a lot of flare-ups and was really sort of like protecting it during the training, and it was supposed to be his right shoulder. Yeah. So make what you will of it. But when he tweeted that, that's when the odds
shifted like this.
Yeah, they shifted. So
yeah,
that you can make what you will. I don't know one fighter who goes into fight night 100% though. So you can make what you will of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to get in on this, guys. The odds did shift slightly in Crawford. Better for Crawford, right? Canelo. Canelo went for better for Canelo. A minus 180 down to minus 165. Not a big shift, but it is a shift. And this is not a thinly bet fight like other fights. What are your thoughts just on the money line shifting just a little bit from minus 180 to minus 165?
I think as we get closer, it's gonna get even lower than that.
That was my instinct initially, that this was gonna get closer as a lot of money would come in on Crawford.
Well,
Johnny?
Last night I did a live with TJ. He brought up a point. I guess it's common information. You guys could Google it. I guess a super high percentage of tickets right now are with Crawford. So like in Vegas or Allegiant Stadium, Vegas. Yeah, in Vegas. So that he was saying it as if, he's going to be it's Mexican Independence Day, mate. Like that's going to be a pro Canelo crowd.
Right.
But the tickets, I wasn't sure if he was talking about ticket sales or
betting tickets.
Yeah, betting tickets.
Flips. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to Google it, or Gary, type it. I don't know what you would even search. Bud Crawford versus Canelo, who sold the most? He brought it up and he was speaking on it like it was a valid point, but it was just in passing. The odds shifting backwards. I don't know. Maybe some of the boys like, Drake, who gets propped up by that gambling company Stake. Maybe they threw $3 million somewhere just to shift it the other way. Maybe, I don't know.
That's very possible, John. I'm telling you, man, very possible.
They do that in horse racing all the time.
Yeah.
So I did want to touch on this. I think we all like. Do we all like the over at minus 470? I want to get into some of the props. Do we all like the over? Would you guys take Canelo by decision? Because I would say take Crawford by decision and a draw to cover your tracks. I would say I like both of those. Crawford by decision and take a draw. That way you're covered. Do you guys like the over prop? Do you like it to go the distance? Do you like Canelo by decision? As far as props, what do you guys like?
Damn. How about you? Muscles, how about you?
Or do you just like the money line? If you just like the money line, just say take the money line.
My favorite bet is the money line, but my honorable mentions, the one that I like a lot after that would be the under 1.5 knockdown prop. I think it's paying minus 370.
I was going to say that too. We've never seen either guy on the canvas. Statistically speaking, why not take that bet?
or Canelo to be knocked down, no, is also a great bet.
Is that a bet?
Yeah.
Canelo,
Canelo to be
it's
knocked down,
minus
yes or no?
800 though. Like I looked
Oh,
at it.
it's minus 800. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, I didn't realize that. Shit. Scratch
Crawford
that.
to be knocked down plus 175. Now, someone who's picking Crawford, I kind of like this.
Then pick that and then pick him to win. Parlay that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a prop: Canelo Alvarez to win and under 1.5 knockdowns, or Terence Crawford to win under 1.5 knockdowns. And I think they're both paying even money.
The other one I like a lot is to oh, that's gay. I have a prop for Canelo to be knocked down and win, but not for Crawford to be knocked down.
It's got to be in there.
I'm looking at it right here. It's right here. It's not there.
No.
Either fighter to be knocked down, Terence Crawford to be knocked down. Oh, wait, to be knocked down and win. Oh, here it is both of them. Never mind. I'm stupid.
What's that thing?
Plus 1,800.
Come on, dude.
I'm putting something on it.
Why not? Because that's congruent with your theory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put something on that. I'm gonna put something on that and a draw. I'm not a lot, but I'm betting something on that. The total knockdowns under 1.5 is minus 370. That's roughly the same as it to go the distance. Which one do we like better?
Good one.
I think it's gonna go the distance.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's gonna go the distance.
Yeah.
Because Bud, you know, he's a very smart fighter. Even the thing is, for how much we say he is a fighter, he's a dog, he's smart. There are examples though before of him getting rocked and kind of looking awkward with trying to clinch. See, it's something that, you know, no one's really brought up. Some guys never get rocked, so you don't know how they're going to act or react when they're trying to hold on. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Gamboa fight, he was kind of like, you know, long arming it a bit. Mean Machine, it was kind of, he got stunned, if I remember a little bit in that fight. So I think if he caught some early, I think he would go to plan B and use his boxing skills to not get stopped. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of up in the air questions. I'd be shocked if Bud got stopped.
One thing I wanted to ask you guys though, to me, Crawford is a perfect fighter. Like when I do this tape on Crawford, it's so hard for me to find things to critique Crawford on. I think Crawford's that good of a fighter. One thing I don't like about Crawford is the inactivity. He's only fights once a year. So the sample size is tough to judge him on because fighters get old overnight. He's 38, right? How much of a concern should that be that he's 38? I mean, the Spence fight. If I said to you, when was the last time Canelo looked good in a fight? You're going to go back a ways. If I said to you, when was the last time Crawford looked good in a fight? You would say Spence. But right. That's 2 years ago, right? 36 and 38 is a big difference in boxing. Okay, what are your thoughts on the inactivity?
Okay, the inactivity, obviously, I don't love it. You said he's a perfect fighter. I mean, as of late, is he really that good at moving his head off the midline? I mean, he didn't really look that good against Majmah moving his head.
Did he look good moving his head off the line against Errol Spence? I would say he looked extraordinary.
Okay. So the EJ fight, though, how many questions did he have to answer against EJ? He was the hammer the entire time. It's not like Errol, you know, Errol was fighting back. He was landing a couple shots. It wasn't, you could call it a whitewash because he got dropped early and then it got stopped in the ninth. Errol took a goddamn beating, but he was getting through slightly. He was landing that over-the-top hook, that wide one, almost like a mid-range bolo punch on Bud.
Yeah.
But, you know, that was a dominant performance, though. I'm talking about, I think he's going to have to answer questions against Canelo in terms of, like, having a plan B. He never had to go to plan B against EJ. He was on the front foot the entire time. I think Canelo is going to he's going to have to resort to a plan B. That's what I'm interested in. That's what I want to see. How great is he really? How great is he really? And I want to say really great, and we'll see.
So my thing is this, right? With the Spence and Crawford fight, right? I got to be honest with you guys. I'm actually on the different side of the fence on that. I never gave Crawford that much credit for beating Spence. I'm going to tell you why. Let's be real. He beat a Spence that was probably 70-75%. Let's not forget he almost died in a car accident, okay? So we didn't have 100% Crawford, 100% Spence going into that Crawford fight.
It was a couple years later.
Huh?
It was a couple years late. I wish it would have happened when they were in their 20s.
No, he got in 2 car
No,
accidents.
it wasn't
Remember,
a
he got
couple.
in the
It was
one.
wait, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, he got in two. Remember, he got into 2 car accidents that both looked fatal. Muscles is right. There was one that was in 2019.
What I'm saying is, I feel that the fight should have. If we're talking about EJ at his best, it should have took place 6 years earlier.
Right, and I think that fight would probably look.
Crawford went to 147.
Yeah. He had to come
up. We had
up.
Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith. We had all of them, and Pacquiao still. But you had all.
I mean, EJ was getting tagged against Ugas. You know, he was getting. It's his style. Arrow. You know, not really. He wouldn't really have. You know, even against Kell Brook, even though he broke Brook's orbital, he got touched a bit in that fight too. But
he forever changed Kell Brook's life.
Yeah,
he did.
No, well, look, Kell Brook ended up marrying Ebony Bridges, so who knows?
But that's not a win. Nah. No, that's not a win. That's not a win. That's not Gary's cup of tea. We had a whole debate on my channel. Who's more attractive, Ebony Bridges or Shanisa Estrada? Like, Shanisa Estrada looks like a lady. Ebony Bridges looks like a porn
I'm not an
star.
Ebony Bridges guy.
Yeah,
I'm saying like, you know, Kell. I don't even know if they're still together. It was tongue in cheek, basically.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm with you. I'm just saying, Ebony Bridges to me looks like a girl that's I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, she's an OnlyFans girl.
Yeah, she looks like the recreational use only kind of girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So, boys, my 2 biggest concerns with Crawford going into this fight, right, and why I'm very confident in, you know, picking Canelo money line. Crawford, so like you just named, the inactivity, but you don't take a tune-up fight before going up 2 to 3 weight classes against the best 168-pound fighter in Canelo. Like, you don't fight no one at 160, at least to get your feet wet, to see what these, you know, or feel what these punches feel like coming at you. You're just going to go right from Madrimov, where you didn't really look your best, to skip to 160 and go all the way to 168 against the best fighter in Canelo. Yeah, of course, Canelo's regressed a little bit, but let's keep it real. Canelo's still, you know, the best fighter out there at 168. Well, I just think that Crawford should have took a tune-up fight before jumping right into this, you know, new weight class that he's never been at before.
Well, your logic, though, is framed around being the best boxer you could be. His logic, it's not controversial, is framed around, let's get that generational money. So, I mean, if he was really into personal development and, you know, that sort of thing, he would have done that. But he's also not 27 years old. The clock is ticking. And I think it was a little bit of both. He wanted to see if he could take Canelo. I think that is at its most shrunk down version why. And I think he talked Canelo into it. And Canelo finally was like, all right, let's see if this dude thinks he can take me. Let's see if
he bite more than he could chew by doing that.
I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight, man. Is it gonna be Eubank Jr. versus Ben? Oh, dude, it could be. I mean, not that. Could you imagine if they just come out like F it, like Hagler Hearns? I mean, probably not because they're both smart, but we could wish.
I wanted to address this because I look. Shout out Nike Execute. Look at his performance with Madrimov.
Nice finger waves too, big fella.
Yeah, man the way to spin.
He got that fresh lineup. Got that taper. That what do the boys say? Got maped up. What?
Make me want to grow back my hair and shit, man.
Yeah.
I do want to address like his performance was not good against Madrimov. Canelo's performance against William School was not good.
Right.
I think we can all agree that neither guy is in his peak. This is not the best version of either fighter. This is Ali Frazier 3, not Ali Frazier 1. Is that fair?
Very fair assessment. That's actually a great point. Great point. I agree. 100% agree with that. But you know what my only thing is though? So you're Canelo right now, right? I think the motivation for Canelo this fight is going to be different than any other fight he had. I'm going to tell you why. I'm Canelo. Do you know what that's going to feel like to have a guy that's 2 weight classes below you come up to your division and beat you? Canelo's not going to allow that. His whole legacy is going to be tarnished. I don't care how much money he's getting from Turkey. It's going to be tarnished legacy-wise.
Because this is a great debate.
Canelo ain't trying to go out like that.
This is a great debate question. If Crawford beats Canelo on Saturday, does he have a better legacy than Floyd Mayweather?
No. Even if he knocks out Canelo, he still wouldn't have a better legacy than Floyd, than Money May, than Pretty Boy.
I don't like comparing here. I don't like comparing eras. I know you guys don't like
either.
either.
It's an interesting question.
Here's why I would say no. It's just that I've never seen anybody execute that fight style with gloss, perfection, brilliance like Floyd. We've never seen that.
Never.
Yeah, you kind of Crawford's style. What he does, he just does a lot of the little things, the technical things, really well. But I mean, his style. I don't want to say it's for what Floyd did. I don't know, man. I put Floyd way up there, man.
Yeah.
I got Floyd. No, I'm not disagreeing with you on Floyd. I think where we disagree.
And Floyd beat my two favorite fighters. Floyd beat the brakes off of Arturo, and he beat the brakes off of Chico. And I was salty about that.
I think Duran is one of the greatest fighters ever. Duran,
look what he did. He went up like 7 divisions.
Yeah.
Duran, look what Crawford's doing. That's my point. It's like, look, Duran, we all agree Duran is on a handful, maybe 3, maybe 5 greatest fighters ever. He fell just short against Hagler. Just short. If Crawford goes up and beats Canelo, he's able to do.
Okay, but Hagler was still Hagler. Canelo is not the same.
Good point. That's a good point.
Canelo is not the same Canelo. I see what you're getting. There's an argument to be had. What is Bud? Bud won titles at 35, 40, 47. He'd be a 5-division world champion. If that's the case, why do we just forget about, you said Duran, wasn't Oscar a 6-division world champion? Didn't he win world titles in 6 divisions? And we forget, and there's guys who, I think he won 6. You'd have to fact check.
5. I think it's 5.
I think Oscar is actually underrated as far. He lost most of his big fights, but of his mega fights,
but he'd fight anybody.
I don't care. He lost to Whitaker. He lost.
Yeah, Oscar would fight anybody.
Yeah,
in terms of Oscar style, his skill set. He's one dude. This is gonna sound controversial. I mean, in their prime at 147, who would you take, Oscar or Crawford?
Oh,
at 47,
I
would probably take De La Hoya.
Look, it's close. It's hard. I talked to Muscles about this, right?
Nobody talks about De La Hoya, mate. It's weird. That dude is a stud.
Yeah.
All-time great.
Me and Muscles were talking about this. He said if he gave me the best version of Crawford and the best version of Floyd, which I think is Pretty Boy Floyd, and you put them together, who would you take? I'm not going to bet against Mayweather. That being said, that's a real. If I had to put my money on it, I would put my money on Floyd. But that's a real conversation to have.
At 35?
Real conversation.
At 35.
I said 40. The best version of Floyd Mayweather, I think, is at 40. The best version of Crawford, I think, is 140. But you guys, whatever you think is the best version of each fighder, put them.
I think Floyd would smoke Bud at 40.
Yeah.
I think Floyd. I still want to see. I love Bud because how gritty and tough, and he's a dog. But Floyd, as a boxer, he was a savant. He could neutralize. he could use his feints, his deep. He could use his. Dude, he manipulated his body in a way. And I mean, when you look at his uncle, when you look at his pops, when you look at the boys that came before him who tried to use that style, and then you see what Floyd ended up taking with that style, and then since him, people would try to mimic it. It's kind of like, I mean, that to me, standing right in front of a big puncher and just catching, shooting, and kind of talking to you a bit too, and like always in shape. I mean, but always in. It's a debate to be had, but I think going into that fight, Crawford will be the underdog.
I mean, Crawford don't be running.
You're sure. For sure, I agree. Go ahead, sorry, boss. Go ahead.
No, you're good, brother. I was just gonna say, I mean, Crawford, great work ethic, but I don't see Crawford, after the club at 3, 4, 5 in the morning, going on sprints. I mean, Floyd's at the club and he ain't drinking not an ounce of alcohol. Then he's going out running. I mean, that's what separates, the true greats, man, from from the rest.
But they're just like they're both different personalities, right? Like,
oh yeah,
Crawford. Floyd Mayweather, to put like in like white collar, blue collar kind of like perspective. Floyd's the stockbroker who's, working the Japanese market till 6 in the morning, right? Crawford's a blue collar guy that goes to work when the sun hasn't come up yet, right? They're just different guys, right? Their personalities are different, right? Like Floyd would go to the club and not drink and then train till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Kudos to him. Crawford just did it the opposite. Crawford would be up at 3 a.m. Waking up at 3 a.m. It's just they have.
Crawford skips the club, but Floyd goes to the club, but they're still putting in the work. Yeah,
I've always liked Bud better. You know what I mean? From that perspective, I always have admired Floyd. Though it's kind of like I don't get in the water, I don't surf, but I used to interview big wave surfers. You know what I mean? Like I look up to people who do things that I could only like watching Floyd box. You know, being a kid watching him. I remember at the '96 Olympics in Atlanta. I was 14 years old. I mean, watching him the first half of his pro career, how angry he used to fight, how snappy his backhand would be. He'd be barking at you. And then, Jesus Christ, he was a joy to watch. He was electricity too. And something nobody talks about is coming from the amateurs, he's held up like everybody. He got everybody's best version. He got everybody's best version too. And what did he always do? He always beats you.
Always, man. I mean, he's the Michael Jordan to me of Michael Jordan, Johnny, not LeBron. He's the Michael Jordan.
He's a Bron fan. I tell you again, the best player of the Kareem era was Kareem. The best player of the Michael era was Michael. The best player of the LeBron era was Kobe Bryant.
Horse shit.
I told you, Jay. Yeah.
You're crazy. I would take LeBron over Kobe 100 days in a row, mate.
LeBron, listen, that's debatable. It is, right?
LeBron does.
When it comes to MJ 2-3, his airness, ain't no debate, bro.
I give you that. MJ,
right.
I don't even think that's a conversation.
Okay, there we go.
So we're at the playground. You need to pick one teammate to win. Kobe's there, Michael's there, LeBron's there. I need to win this game. Oh,
LeBron.
To win the game?
What?
Oh, to win the game?
He ain't clutch like Mike?
LeBron.
What?
100%.
We can argue Kobe or Mike. That's fine. LeBron's the wrong answer, bro. LeBron's the wrong answer.
Pull up the statistics. Pull up the stats.
Yeah, he compiled stats.
I got him. Hey, Gary, I got him right here. I got him. Who has more game winners?
LeBron.
Look that up.
Played more games. He probably right. LeBron's played so many more games.
Oh yeah, well you might be right on that because he has longevity.
Right. Look at his shooting percentage. Look at his shooting percentage at the buzzer as well. Who had a higher shooting percentage? And he played more games. You guys are sleeping on him. And 6'9", 270, playing defense, tracking you down on
he played defense when he was on Miami.
Jordan never went to a game 7, Johnny. Case closed. Mike drops. Oh.
Jordan never won a ring without Scotty, baby. Jordan never won a ring without Scotty.
You know what my rebuttal to that is?
What?
Even though Pippen was a very good assistant, right? It was because Mike, even with Pippen being on the team, that they won. He just assisted.
There's no argument.
Yeah, do you know how many guys LeBron played with that was better than Scottie Pippen? Like, come on.
None.
Dwayne Wade is not better than Scottie Pippen.
Dude,
way better than Scottie.
Kyrie Irving is better than Scottie Pippen.
Kyrie Irving had 2 good years. I would not, dude. Are you guys sleeping on Scottie Pippen?
Yeah, I think so. I think Scottie
was all right. I mean, he wasn't,
This is good.
Yeah, Scottie wasn't he wasn't.
We got a Bron stand.
I'm getting gaslit here.
This is
Scottie
good.
Pippen is a top 25 all-time NBA player.
He is not. He's not a top 25.
I put so many guys that had him that are better than him, bro.
I'm not talking about scores. I'm talking about defenders. I'm talking about assists. Guys who can't take over the game. The thing about Scottie was
do I need to put the highlights of 18, 19-year-old Kobe Bryant cooking Scottie Pippen up to it? Grant Hill crossing him over.
You're talking. You said Kyrie. Kyrie had 2 all-time years in Cleveland. What did he do after he left Cleveland? He didn't do much. He's one of my favorite point guards. But it's not like he was dominating like
what did Scottie Pippen do when he went to Houston and went to Portland?
Dude, at least he still made the playoffs. What did Jordan do? He never made the playoffs after Scottie left.
So this is Jordan hate.
No,
this is definitely Jordan hate right here.
He's still got Craig Elo on his brain. Jordan over Elo.
I'm with Johnny. He's so diehard. He's an Ohio diehard.
I'm about to go get my Don't you see the hats back there? Cleveland.
Love Cleveland, man. I respect Johnny for that though, man.
This is good though, right? We got the three of us. We got a Michael stan, a Bron stan, and a Kobe stan. This is
yes,
good.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. Yeah, obviously. I remember, like I said, man, I remember crying. The first time I ever cried that I remember that wasn't because I was getting disciplined from my parents was 1989. I was 7. It was Game 5 at Richfield Coliseum. Craig Elo hits a bunny. We go up by 1. There's 8 seconds left. The worst part about this story is obviously Jordan had yet to become Jordan yet. He had yet to win a title. It's Game 5 in Cleveland. He takes Elo. It's a memorable shot off the top of the key, crosses him up. But when the thing to look at is when he releases the ball, you can watch this on YouTube. The whole entire Richfield Coliseum is like this. And then in unison, dude, you can see the ball go in. The whole crowd drops and Jordan jumps up like this. And I remember I had to hide under my mom's kitchen table to cry.
And he had 44 on top of that. And he had 44.
Did he have 44?
MJ was a beast. MJ was a goddamn animal, dude.
I always say, people give me the Scottie Pippen argument, right? Jordan's last game 6 in Utah, right? Chicago had like 83 points. Michael had 45. Scottie Pippen had 5. And I'm like, well, he couldn't live without Scottie.
Yeah.
Michael had 45. The team had 80 something.
Wasn't that the Bryant Russell push off? Everybody's like, oh, that should have been an offensive foul when he takes Bryant Russell off. No, I'm a low key huge Jordan fan, obviously, but he killed us so many times. And then also I was never a Kobe hater. You know, he went to Lower Merion in Philly. I grew up in Northeast Ohio, 6 hours away. It wasn't until I moved to LA in 2004. I was 22 and I started playing ball at this LA Fitness on Cherry and Wardlow in Long Beach, California. It's how I know rest in peace Nate Dogg. It's how I know Scruncho. I used to play street ball with these guys. They were so diehard Kobe Bryant and so much hate towards LeBron. It kind of like put me in this. It was bizarre. I didn't deal with that sort of thing on the East Coast. And I think that sort of started reverberating like, fuck Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But legend. But I'm taking remove Jordan from the equation.
Yeah.
There's nobody I'm taking over LeBron to build a team around. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Like there's things that he does on the court physically that Jordan couldn't do, Kobe couldn't do. Just with his size and athleticism, his explosivity.
He's got flaws in his game.
He does.
Go on.
He was not more athletic than Michael Jordan, and and you may be like,
it's different because he's 6'9" and he's built like a linebacker, right? So,
but did you see the type of moves? Early '80s, pull up the highlights of what Jordan was doing. LeBron wasn't in the air. Jordan, come on,
Jordan weighed 180
pounds. He can't shoot a midi. He can't shoot a midi, and he was never a great free throw shooter. Right, like he's got flaws in his game.
LeBron,
you guys want to talk boxing?
Yeah, let's talk boxing. Because we could go all night with this basketball talk. Let's go back into Canelo Crawford.
All right, so let's look at the rest of the card. I like you guys like Canelo on the money line. We all like the knockdown prop, correct? And we like it to go over.
Yep. I like the over more than the distance, just in case there's a tad of a late stoppage from Canelo.
And we all like the knockdown prop, correct?
Yes.
I want to touch on
the under 1.5.
A couple of these other fights that I think are interesting. I just finished the tape on this. My video is live. Ivan Jaiko and Jermaine Franklin Jr. This to me is probably a fight you should stay away from.
Yeah.
Johnny, have you gotten the tape on this yet? And what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Jaiko, Dichko, whatever you want to pronounce it. Big guy, 6'9". I think he's 30. You know, he's kind of my problem with him. You know, once you get past the size, once you start looking historically, statistically with these guys from that part of the world who have these amateur careers, and then they start, you know, jumping the pecking order and they start fighting guys who are real pros in the heavyweight division, that things don't go their way. Look at his resume. Who's he fought? I think Franklin, this is a guy, big dude. We'll see which sort of Franklin we get. If we get in shape Franklin, this is the guy, you know, went the distance with AJ. Went the distance with, you know, off the top of my head, who was the other? Was it Chisora or fucking one of the other bigger heavyweights?
Franklin it was White and AJ. He went the distance.
My bad. Dillian White and AJ. You know, Franklin should win this fight. I think those odds are way off. I think that's a 50-50. They have a 50-50. I think
Yeah,
Franklin.
I think 50-50 is right though. I'm
Okay.
staying away. I'm staying away from this. If you made me pick a winner, I'd probably take Dyko because I can't see Franklin getting past his jab. He doesn't jab his way in. His head's on the line. Like you can. If
Do you like
Dyko,
do you like Jaco's jab though? He never like, it's not one of those. He's like he's kind of pawing at it. I don't know.
It's not a great jab, but he's physically strong as hell. There's enough sting on it, and it's long. And Franklin doesn't. His head's on the line, so he's getting hit with the jab, and he doesn't jab his way in. So now he's trying to get inside. I'm not betting on it either.
Yeah,
all right.
I wasn't gonna bet on it, and just so everybody knows who are watching, I'm not betting on the fight. But I
didn't even tape this fight, so I'm not even.
Okay,
I'm not touching it. Yeah.
Walsh at -330. Vargas Jr. A lot of people want to call him upset here. I just finished the tape on Vargas. He ain't winning this fight.
No,
Johnny,
he's not.
No way. I want
No
all
in agreement here,
I
bro.
don't
It's
like
unanimous.
Yeah, I don't love Walsh. And I watched the tape on Vargas. Like, nope. He ain't
At
winning.
least Callum Walsh has a sort of disciplined, principled, fundamental game.
Yeah.
Like flaws. Vargas has. What's the next level of a flaw? Maybe a hole. Vargas has holes in how he boxes, and he's exciting. This fight is on Netflix. Who's doing the promotions? Dana. We know about Callum. We know about Dana taking all the credit in the world about finding Connor, which he didn't. It was my boy Graham Boylan from Cage Warriors. He found Connor. But anyway, Dana thinks and thought that Callum is that next Irish invasion into the U.S. in combat sports. I don't see it, man. Walsh should have his way. He did get dropped a couple of different times. I think it was Villarreal who he fought. And you could watch that fight on Fight Pass. I don't think it's on his – I think the knockdowns aren't on his box rec, but he got dropped early and he got dropped late. And Villarreal, not a bad pro, a good pro. I mean, who has Vargas fought? How does Vargas win? Is Walsh just going to stand there and just trade with him? I don't think so. Yeah, it's another fight I'm not betting on, though.
But even if they stand and trade, Walsh still wins. Like I don't really see how Vargas wins this fight. I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't.
What about Vargas's game do you like? People are going to say he's Fernando's son. I'm like, okay.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Other than the name, I mean,
yeah,
Emiliano's the one to be looking out for. Not.
I was talking to this football scout, right? We're talking about the Jet safety Tony Adams, right? And I said, well, what he starts for the Jets, he starts for the NFL team. What is he good at? And the scout kind of looked at me like, well, nothing really. That's how I feel about Fernando Vargas. What's he good at?
Nothing.
Sometimes.
So what do you guys think of the knockdown props? The under 1.5. It's paying -180.
I don't love it. I think there could be multiple knockdowns. Both guys are defensively flawed. Both guys have a little bit of pop. I don't love that.
Either fighter to be knocked down might be worth looking at.
I would take that. That would take.
Let me rewind the clock. There is one point why I thought Franklin was going to be Dichko. It just hit me now. Dichko's fought a total career 33 pro rounds. I think one of those fights was a 10. He went 10. Dichko's I think he's only fought like 9 pro rounds. So I think that was kind of why I was
not fought a lot.
Yeah. That
level of opposition is god awful. It's bad.
That's what I wanted to say on that. And then sorry to backtrack, but I felt like that was important to bring up. And then Walsh. I don't see Vargas even. He might not win a round. I mean, he might not win a round.
Why not play him then, John? How come you don't want to play him?
Just because I need to focus. Sometimes when there's all these fights, I get anxiety. I want to just focus on Bud and Canelo. I already put my bet in.
Yeah, and you know, Johnny, I'm the same way as you.
I
got
a parlay.
Well, we're going to get to that in a minute. I want to, and Billy and Lester Martinez. This is either fight to be knocked down. Yes. Fight to go the distance. No. Okay. Who wins the fight? Do you guys think?
This is a tough fight to predict, man, and pick a winner.
I like Lester Martinez. I think he's better at range. He's better at shots. I think and Billy's going to walk into a bunch of shots, and you don't want to walk into shots from Lester Martinez, right? Like, this is a tough fight. I would rather bet either fighter to be knocked down. Yes. Fight to go the distance. No. But I would take those bets first. But I don't have that. If I had to bet on the money line, I would take Lester Martinez.
Yeah, I went with I like Mobili in this fight, to be honest with you. I don't like I think Bomax Camp has a quite possible going 0-3, because I also think Reiko Santana is going to beat Nelson. But I think Mabili, man, I think that people sleep on. I heard somebody call him one-dimensional. I'm like, what do you? Even if you think it was Paulie, he was like, and he can't fight going backwards. He only comes forward. Okay, that's his style. He's on the front foot. He's throwing bombs. He could crack. What he can do, though, is he could survive. When you watch the Gongora fight, both Lester and Mabili fought Gongora. Gongora had Mabili hurt in the 2nd and in the 8th. And it was Mabili fighting backwards, hurt. Crazy it was a knockdown. Landing a jab going backwards, landing a big bomb going backwards, landing enough to survive, and then took over the rounds once again. Lester, I thought Reiko Santana beat Lester Martinez. You could watch that fight. I put it in the Discord. It's on UFC Fight Pass. That's another one you can't find on YouTube. And so people have this sort of, invincibility. They give Lester the power advantage too. I don't know, man. I think Billy could crack in the pocket. I think the fight will take place in the pocket. I like how short and compact and Billy is with his uppercut. Both guys are flawed once again. We'll see if I think Billy's going to drown him. I love Billy's.
If the whole fight's in the pocket,
yeah,
then yes, I agree with you. That's where Billy wants it. But like, Billy's got to get it there again. Billy, I don't like his jab. He doesn't use it. No, I think his jab.
He doesn't even throw a jab.
He doesn't use it. If he throws it pretty good. He doesn't throw it.
No, he doesn't even throw it. I've only seen him throw it when he's hurt. Actually, he'll
right.
throw
it's pretty good. You're right. When he throws it, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
he doesn't throw it, so it doesn't matter, right? It's like he's got a great fastball, but he only throws a curveball. It's like, well, it doesn't matter how good his fastball is, right?
True.
So Lester Martinez has real snap. He's more fundamentally sound. He can keep him and you don't want to eat shots of Lester Martinez.
Yeah.
So I think Lester Martinez is going to be able to keep him. If I'm wrong, then you're right, and Billy's gonna drown him. He's gonna swarm him and drown him and break him. Either way, I think the fight ends in a knockout.
Yeah, I like that, or I like a knockdown prop over one or one.
Just either, if you can get either fight to be knocked down,
just be knocked down. Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this is a fire fight. Look, I like both guys. I've watched Martinez. This is a great matchup. Hats off to both camps for taking the fight. I think Mabili obviously has way more to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the one with he's the one with the, what is it? It's for the WBC interim at 68. I mean, but here's the thing. Let's say Lester, this is just hypothetical. Let's say Lester beats Christian and Terence beats Canelo. Are you telling me Lester's going to fight Bud? So it's like, it's just something to think about. It's because, they're in the same division. I don't know. I don't see, it could happen. We'll see what happens.
I wanted to get to the Japanese card too. Oh, first Donovan and Crocker. Donovan, we all like Donovan.
Donovan by stoppage.
I can't believe this is even good.
I think he stops him this time. I do.
Yeah,
he stopped him last time, except the ref was pissed off, so he disqualified him.
Yeah, that DQ was horseshit. Yeah,
I wanted.
That's probably the safest of the weekend is Patty versus Crocker. Like because the other one kind of pick them.
Crocker and Walsh. If you want an all Irish parlay, there you go.
Ooh,
yeah.
What's the total odds?
You want to calculate it for you? I'm going to calculate this. You picked Reiko Santana. I haven't gotten to the tape yet on this fight. I'm going to do it next. Reiko Santana, Steve Nelson. Johnny, break it down for us real quick.
I think. I mean, Santana's what is he, 2-1 dog in this fight? I think Santana's. Look who he's fought. He's a dog, man. He's lost some really close fights. And Nelson, 37-38, slow, not a natural boxer. We know he got into the game late. We know about the Achilles tear. I feel that, looking back, one of the knocks on Nelson, if I were him in his camp, were, why it took him so long to get started against Diego. I thought he was doing good work in the later rounds against Pacheco, but he took too long to get started. His activity rate, his feet. I just think that Reiko Santana is the better boxer. And I don't know if it's because of the love from, it's well documented where he comes from with Bud and everything. But I don't know if many people know who Reiko Santana is. Watch his tape. I mean, I think he is a live dog.
I wanted Donovan Walsh 2-leg parlay, both on the money line, -200. To me, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's nice.
I'm going to places, guys. I am placing this. I don't know how much.
Donovan and Walsh.
Donovan and Walsh minus 200.
Minus 200. So the way these odds work in America, minus 200 is what, like 1,000 gets you 800 back.
1,000 gets you 500 back.
500. Yeah. That's still
so it's 50%. You got to bet 100. You got to bet 200 to win 100. So every 200 you bet, you win 100.
So 5K gets you what? 2K.
2.5.
Yeah. 25. So it's a 50% return.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yo, and that's super safe, bro.
Muscle Brown style, 50 grand gets you 25 in the house.
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah,
I said that.
I'm not doing that, but
Jay, you beat me to it.
I like this a lot. Thank you, Boxing79 says I have Crawford, Donovan, Inoue, Ryko, and Billy. Is that one parlay?
Nice boxing bet.
I'm gonna like this. They're gonna disagree with you on Crawford. We're gonna get to you got him Billy on this. Ooh, that's where we're split. I don't mind him Billy. I am torn on that fight, but for plus 150, I'm taking less than Martinez.
Yeah, great odds for sure.
I love everything on that parlay except for the Crawford.
Same.
Let's get. Thank you for the super chat, 79. Let's get to the Japanese card real quick. In a way, a lot of people want the upset against MJ.
Not happening.
I can't. Yeah. No, okay.
We're talking about the monster, man.
I think people. You know what it is, mate. I think people who got into the sport a couple years ago don't really see what Inoue is doing in his career. Don't really see the technique, the grit. Inoue is so skilled and talented. He could easily fight a different style and not ever get hit. You know
but no, Johnny. He could just box and win every single round if he wants to.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, even if it goes to 126 and he boxes, I still believe he can beat everyone at 126.
I don't know about that. I think 126 might be a tough task. We never.
If he just boxes, though, he's so skillfully boxing.
Dude, Rafa Espinoza at 126.
That's the only one that I feel will give him some trouble.
I like Rafa. Rafa's one of my favorite guys at 26, dude. Yeah, but he's not going to be anyways faster. It's a fun fight to think about. Shushu wants to fight against, and everyone wants to fight anyway. But MJ's good, man. Don't sleep on MJ. Yeah. He's active. He has a lot of volume. He fights very proud. He's going to be there. I'm going to take a knockdown prop because the money line, the odds aren't that good.
I wanted to, Inoue by stoppage. Are we good with that? And then the other thing is either fighter be knocked down. So would you guys take Inoue by stoppage? I still would. It's minus 250. It's pretty good.
Yeah. You remember did you guys watch the Tapoli's fight for both guys?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all know how that went. MJ.
It wasn't that long ago either. You know what I'm saying? Like you could kind of see how this might play out. Probably will play out by watching that fight. The bet that I always regret, man, it still burns me, is taking Inoue at 16-1 against Cardenas to get knocked down, but not taking him to win. If I would have hit Cardenas, because I hit the knockdown prop, but it would have paid, I think, 28-1 Inoue to get dropped and win.
So I actually like the prop can Inoue to get knocked down and win on this fight, or if they don't have it, just Inoue to get knocked down at plus 425 because he's got knocked down in his past 2 fights. And
near
MJ
he dropped
hit.
him. MJ can hit. He's fast. I like the over. I like the over.
MJ carries his lead hand low,
Johnny,
which I hate. He's a left-handed southpaw, so now he's carrying his lead hand low against the monster's right hand. How's this gonna end, guys?
Anyway's gonna stop him, G. This is not going the distance. Anyway, by stoppage.
Under
fairly
6.
confident in that.
Under 5.
He's right. Go ahead.
I like the under. What is it? 6.5.
All right. Yeah.
I think
I would just say take Inoue by stoppage. The fight not to go the distance. Either fighter to be knocked down. To me,
nice.
MJ's hitting the canvas in this fight. So
I agree.
There's a lot of money to be made out there on prop bets, bro. This weekend, a lot of money, especially on the knockdowns. 79. Yes, me and Johnny are taking Nello.
And then the last one, the odds have moved on this a lot. Takai and Medina. Takai was minus 700 on my book. Now he's 600, 700. Now he's minus 425. A lot of money, I guess, coming in on Medina.
Yeah,
Does Medina have a shot in this fight?
he does.
He's a live dog. We were talking about this yesterday. I think I don't know how much. I think the boxing community is just hungry for upsets sometimes. You know, Takai. You know what I mean? Like Takai to fight, man. Like those odds are those. I think those odds are fair. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, he should win. Takai. I'm saying
he's a good boxer.
Think he does win,
dude. He's been in. I mean. People are going to say the Mexican style. He's going to go to Japan. They're going to say Mexicans fight really well in Japan. They're going to give you examples like Sugar Nunez. They're going to, you know what I mean? This is, you could make the argument, but you still have to beat Takai. You have to either hurt him. You have to win more rounds. That volume, that pressure, all that sort of everything. But, you know, we've seen it happen, though. I mean, I'm still pissed at Frankie Rod beating Galalia 5, but anyway. Even though that was in England. That was in the UK.
Scoring in Japan, too.
Yeah, people always bring that up. Is the scoring really that fair in Japan versus everywhere else? Because everyone brings that up.
Yeah, I think it's
Japan is good, bro. Man. Like I got Franco and Ioka. Okay, the first fight that was bad. Other than that, I can't find any. I can't find bogus. I mean, truly bogus scorecards. I mean, there's always some you disagree with, right?
Yeah.
But a bogus scorecard. Like I can't. Like Whitaker and De La Hoya. It's totally bogus. Like there's no way Oscar won more than 3 rounds. Like he got schooled. Like like bogus. Like Canelo and Lara. It's like nobody who watched that fight thought Canelo won that fight.
Yeah, that was insane.
There's no. I can't find scorecards like that in Japan. I really, other than Franco and Ioka won.
Like if Canelo and Lara fought in Japan, the Japan judges would have gave it to Lara. Put it like that.
Yeah, and they would have fought anywhere other than on a Golden Boy card in Las Vegas. He would have won, right? I mean, Lara schooled him.
Yeah, it's wild to think Lara is a world champion at 160 right now.
Lara got 2 of the worst robberies I've ever seen. Canelo, and then the worst ever is probably Paul Williams. Although Michael Fox has a really bad one too with Gabriel Maestro.
Paul Williams.
Michael Fox is one I'm more familiar with. But
okay.
Just because I've seen it more recently. So the Paul Williams, Lara, that was a bad one.
Oh my God, bro!
All 3 judges
go watch that.
It was in Atlantic City. All 3 judges got suspended and never scored another fight. That's how bad it was.
God.
Oh, I didn't know that part. I didn't know that.
I love that little venue. Was it the boardwalk?
The boardwalk, yeah, the convention center, yeah.
I saw Pavlik versus Taylor 1 there. I love that venue.
79 wants to know why is only McKenna at minus 230, second round TKO last time.
I ain't messing with Tyron McKenna.
Yeah, no.
I think because he sucks. Like if
it was Aaron McKenna, Aaron McKenna is the real McKenna.
Yeah. Oh, Tyron McKenna, that's his younger brother, right? He lost.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. He lost to what's his name?
He's fighting Dylan Moran. Why is this on my television? Why is this club fight on my? I do pick McKenna. I think he's probably a good bet. I don't like to bet on fighters I don't think are any good because fighters who aren't any good could get knocked out because they're not very good.
Yeah.
But I definitely think McKenna wins the fight. I do think there's some value in I got mine in my book.
Speaking of which, you just brought up a good point. The boys know I added to my no bet list. Obviously, amateurs who have been Olympians with less than 12 fights, no bet. I'm also throwing anyone with the name Tellez in their name.
Yeah.
Renee Giron Tellez and goddammit, Yenis Tellez. Dude, Renee just destroyed me last weekend. Anyway.
That's crazy, man. Crazy.
I'm not biting on this fight, by the way.
Me
when
neither.
we talked about Paul Williams before, I always said that there were 2 fighters. Give me 2 fighters who you think all time could beat Floyd Mayweather.
You think it's Paul Williams?
And Roberto
Paulie
Duran.
Spadafora. The Pittsburgh kid, baby. Come on.
I would say, Paul Williams, the size and the volume. What is Floyd going to do with it? He's just going to get – the only thing he can hope to do
Get inside those arms.
Floyd will figure it out, though, man. I think Floyd beats him, bro.
Give me 2 guys. Name 2 guys through all of boxing history who you think could beat Floyd.
Interesting.
And give me the weight that they fight at. I said Paul Williams at 47 and Durant at 35.
I'd like to see Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard. I was just gonna say
I'd
that.
Floyd. I'd wonder how that would play out. Ray, what did Ray fight at in the Olympics? Was it when he first turned pro? Wasn't he fighting at He was light 30.
He
He
turned
said
pro at
35.
47. 40.
Huh?
I don't remember. I don't remember what. And he turned pro at welterweight at 147.
So Ray at 147 versus Floyd
7.
at 47. I'd love to. I see that fight.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I mean, how old do we go? Henry Armstrong. Homicide.
I was give you a fighters like that you've seen, right? Like, give me the fight. Like Durant breaks him down, so I'm confident. Like that's an all-time great fight there. Durant, Floyd. Durant breaks him down to the body.
You think so?
Nah, man. I gotta be. I don't see nobody in history.
I'm a huge. I think Durant is the GOAT. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of how he climbed the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, he's an all-time great, but
there's easy pushback on that though, mate.
Sure, yeah, there is. Like,
I think Floyd will make that fight look easy.
We make everyone the same size. You put a bracket, a 64-man bracket. Who wins?
Everyone's
that
the
bracket?
same size?
Yeah, everyone's the same size. Best 64 fighters ever. Like college basketball, 64-man bracket.
I don't think anyone beats Floyd,
who survives that?
I don't do Floyd. It's boxing. It's just two hands.
Right.
I don't do Floyd what he does in there, man.
I think Durant
Too
wins it.
defensive,
wins,
man.
Durant?
Yeah, dude. I don't think Durant won't find him. He won't be able to hit him.
Durant
was
he was better than he was better at cutting off the ring than Triple G was. Like he's gonna find you're not keeping him off you for 12 rounds.
No, Durant was a pest.
No,
Durant was a nightmare to deal with, man.
No, I get it, but I mean, Cotto was cut off the ring
because the thing with Floyd is you got to worry about Floyd's speed. You got to worry about.
Hang on, let me address this, Pedro. Like I don't know if you can see this.
Sweet Pea schools Durant.
Sweet Pea, I think Durant's the GOAT. Sweet Pea is my favorite fighter of all time. Sweet Pea is the reason why I like boxing. Okay,
Norfolk, Virginia in the house.
My greatest moment ever doing this was it was the Joe Smith Bivol fight. And it was in upstate New York, right by the Boxing Hall of Fame in this casino. And Pernell Whitaker was at the Hall of Fame doing a signing, like signing autographs and taking pictures and stuff. He went to the fight. He sat on press row. I sat on press row next to Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker for 2 hours. He probably drank 12 beers in the 2 hours he was next to me, right?
Shit.
Listening to that guy tell me what Bivol was going to do, what that was then going to make Joe Smith do, and then how Bivol was going to react to it. Bro, it was like an episode of The Matrix. It's like he was going in slow-mo. He was telling me what was going to happen in the fight before it happened. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. I was like, there's no wonder no one could ever put a hand on this man. So, could Pernell Whitaker just school Durant? Maybe. Like, if you said, Gary, list the best pure boxer you'd ever seen in your life, it's without question Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. You couldn't
put it like this. I give Pernell a better chance
Whitaker
of beating Floyd than Durant.
But Floyd was stronger. Floyd had a better jab. Floyd had more power. Like,
people don't understand. People forget that about some of the physicality that Floyd brought to the weight class too, man.
Pretty boy Floyd.
Pretty boy Floyd was.
He was so dynamic. He was so aggressive. Go to ESPN and watch these old fights, guys. If you haven't seen these fights, man, and they were putting him in there, entering the pro game. He wasn't really fighting too many cans. They were testing him too. And Jesus Christ, he was amazing. Guys, I got to wrap this up, man. I got to wrap this up
too. We've gone on well over an hour.
All right, real quick, guys, real quick. My last question. If this fight goes to the judges, I'm talking about Canelo and Crawford, do you think the judges realistically and honestly are going to give it to Crawford over Canelo?
That's why I say better draw. That's why I say bet the over better draw. I don't know. It's muscle. I don't know. Like
Canelo's the A side, man.
You get what I'm saying? And who does Turkey like more out of these two? Crawford or Canelo?
I don't know.
Canelo,
right. And what's he trying to do? He's trying to set up a fight between who? Canelo and his boy
and
Shiraz. I mean, so gotta think about these things, you know? And I don't know if there's gonna be a draw, bro. I think there's gonna be a winner. It's either gonna be Canelo or Crawford. There will be no draw. Is it possible? Yeah, but I think Canelo got this, man.
If they
I'm
round
gonna
Crawford
end it
on
with
his
that.
like that, if Crawford legitimately wins this fight and they give it to Canelo, I'm gonna be so pissed. So
Same.
pissed.
Same. Even though I'll lose my bet, I'd be pissed too. If Bud really outboxes Canelo and beats him, and they don't give him the decision, I'll be super salty too. You know what I mean?
I'll be happy because I still win my money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
care about. I'm in the business to make money. I don't care who wins. As long as
Fair
my
point.
fighter wins, that's it.
But yeah, guys, I got to run, man.
I gotta run too.
I'll
Same
talk
here,
to you boys.
fellas.
Message me on the group.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for everyone.
All right, we will.
All right.
Much love, brother.
From Texas to the world, thank y'all, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.